Selling ebooks on LULU.com. My actual experience. In this segment, we're going to cover a number of things. There's 4 items. The first item is time spent on making the ebooks. How long did I take? Second item is what my marketing strategy was for the books. Thirdly, we're going to cover actual sales data, an actual sales chart. And last, we're going to cover what I think I learned from this experience. Let's begin. Hi everyone, my name is DeVries, and in this segment we're going to cover how much time I spent making ebooks. My background is an undergrad in finance, a master's in accounting, and a master's in business administration. So I think it's safe to assume that I've done a fair bit of writing in college to get there. The first book I wrote was 4 in a Row. It's a strategy guide for the game of Connect 4. I started that in July of 2012, and I finished it in August 2012, so it took me about 4 weeks to complete. I estimate I spent around 150 to 200 hours going through it, going over stuff again, and then learning how to interface with Lulu. The book length is 81 pages long, and from the period of July to November of 2012, I made 15 ebooks. That's an average of about 2 ebooks every 3 weeks. The shortest ebook I made was 11 multi-page medieval mazes. That was 45 pages in length. It's a bunch of mazes in Photoshop. That took approximately 3 to 4 days to make and about 40 to 50 hours to complete. It's not as short as a free ebook I had, which is a homemade ham pepperoni pizza recipe. That is free. That took me about 10 to 12 hours to do. That's about 7 pages in length. Okay, switching gears here. The longest ebook I made is Rots of Castle, Hero's Epic Journey. I've actually got 3 parts. It's pretty long. It's 511 pages long. It's 45. The text itself is 45 pages, single-spaced, 12 font. Every page has a photo illustration. I've used Photoshop for that, and it took me 7 weeks to do. I would estimate it took about 400 to 500 hours. Okay, in this segment we're going to cover what my marketing strategy was. Let's take a look. Initially, my marketing strategy was to simply write the ebook, figure out how to upload it to Lulu, which isn't easy, and then see what happens. Unfortunately, that led to sales of 0, which isn't very good, and made me revise my strategy. And revise my strategy I did. At first I thought, okay, maybe my pricing's too high, $3.99, $4.99, it's too much. So I decided to price all my books in the $1.99 to $2.99 range and see what happens. Unfortunately, pricing in the $1.99 to $2.99 range did not do very good, so it led me to further revise my strategy into a marketing campaign. So toward the fall, I noticed there's a lot of corn mazes outside, and farms have them. What I decided to do is start a marketing campaign. If you see the thing on the bottom right there that says this, I decided to give out a bunch of mazes for free. And what I do is I email all the different farms that have mazes. I found 400 farms online, and give them the 7 free mazes to print and give out to customers. That only generated 5 positive responses out of the 400 emailed, and it took quite a while to do. But I thought, okay, I have some permanent marketing, my name's out there, and hopefully that would generate more sales. So let me just quickly recap. Out of 400 emails I sent, 5 gave a positive response, which is about right. The next strategy I had was avatars. I decided to have 3 for posting, or use 3 different sites that I post stuff on the internet. So I basically have 2 avatars. The first one you see, and the second one you can see right there as well. Anytime I post on the internet forum, that's what the user sees, and that's Rots of Castle, one of my favorite books. So I probably had a few hundred views, possibly 1,000 views of that. From that, that's my guerrilla marketing strategy. The final piece of my marketing strategy involved YouTube. I actually finally learned how to post a video on YouTube in early December of 2012. In late December 2012, I made several video previews for my ebooks. I post them on YouTube. The nice thing about this is it tells you the total number of views. Currently, the total number of views I had is less than 30 for all my books. So that involves a YouTube strategy there, and that has been my total marketing strategy so far. In this segment, we're going to take a look at my actual sales data or actual sales chart, and I'm going to show you how many sales I actually have from doing ebooks so far at the time of this post. Okay, in this segment, I'm going to show you an actual sales chart, monthly sales figures. Here it is right here. As you can see, I had one sale in August, I had two in September, and you can see the rest of the chart as we go on. The total sales revenue was 90 cents. That revenue came from 7 units sold, or $1.99 in sales. Now, some of the items were books given away for free, so that doesn't count for revenue. LULU currently makes quarterly payments for revenues greater than $20. So if I have more than $20 in total revenue at the end of a quarter, I will receive a payment. Okay, this is an actual list of the actual sales I've made. As you can see in the list, the bottom two items were test purchases made by me, so we've got to eliminate those two from the list. Basically, the revenue I've received from most of these is nothing because those are free ebooks. As you can see on top, the 7 free mazes and the homemade ham and pepperoni pizza recipe. The only book that I've sold is Monopoly Property Valuation. The other two books we'll see right there, the 7 free mazes and the pizza one. Those have been given away for free. Before we get to the what I think I learned segment, let me emphasize the one sale I believe came after talking to somebody on the phone and pointing out where my books were. Well, the first thing I think I learned here is that I expected selling ebooks to be difficult going into it. However, I never expected it to be this difficult. I thought for sure, you know, maybe I'd have a few $100 in sales or something like that. Definitely not $1.99. I have learned a ton about Photoshop to the point where I can actually animate film, and that's kind of cool. The other thing I've learned is marketing is not one of my strengths. I'm more of a numbers guy, and I mean I like to do numbers. I feel comfortable around them, and my conclusion is that if you can't do any of this stuff better than I can, it's probably better if you try something else to make money. It can be a fun hobby. It's a nice learning experience, but definitely don't expect to make any money at it unless you're significantly better at all of these aspects than I am. Then you might have a shot. Thanks for watching and have a good day.